Hello friends, this video will start the core topic of photosynthesis, that is the process related to photosynthesis or the phases related to photosynthesis. But before I start with the main topic, that is photosynthesis, I need to make you all clear about the two phases found in photosynthesis. So the first point is photosynthesis is a redox reaction. Why redox? Because this point I have already defined you all before, that it is a redox reaction because water undergoes oxidation, that is removal of hydrogen atom or removal of electrons to produce oxygen, and carbon dioxide undergoes reduction or addition of hydrogen atom or electrons to produce glucose or carbohydrate. The second point is very important. Reduction of carbon dioxide into glucose needs assimilatory powers like ATP and NADPH2+. If you remember my experiments, there I have already told you that in presence of sunlight, water undergoes photolysis, and there you get oxygen and electrons. These electrons further help in the process of formation of all the assimilatory powers. So I have already defined the meaning of these assimilatory powers, when they are synthesized, why they are synthesized, why they are needed. I have already defined, so I don't want to waste my time defining this particular point in detail. The next line is, the reduction of carbon dioxide takes place in dark condition while formation of assimilatory powers occur under light condition. This particular sentence is very confusing. Sometimes students get really confused that when carbon dioxide undergoes reduction to produce glucose, or when glucose is synthesized, when assimilatory powers are synthesized. So this point is very important. Reduction of carbon dioxide takes place in dark condition, whereas formation of assimilatory powers takes place under light or sunlight condition. Therefore, there are two main phases. On the basis of this particular sentence, there are two main phases in photosynthesis, and these are light dependent phase and light independent phase, or dark reaction or dark phase. So if you remember the structure of chloroplast, there were two main regions, grana and stroma. Stroma was the innermost fluid filled matrix or fluid filled chamber, and grana was the stack of coins, if you remember. So I have divided chloroplast into two main regions, grana and stroma. So if you notice this particular region of grana, then when sunlight or light rays coming from sun enters into the grana, with the help of chlorophyll, water molecule undergoes photolysis or splitting of water molecule occurs to produce hydroxyl ion and hydronium ion. Hydroxyl ion further produces oxygen, which is released from the grana into the atmosphere, and this hydrogen ion will reduce NADP into NADPH2+. As you can see, there is addition of hydrogen atom, so this will undergo reduction to produce NADPH2+. Similarly, with the help of a phosphorus atom and ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, will undergo the formation of adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP. These two are the main assimilatory powers which are synthesized in grana under sunlight, and therefore this particular process is known as light phase or light reaction. These two assimilatory powers will now migrate into the stroma region, where it will undergo a cyclic process to ultimately produce starch or glucose, with the involvement or addition of carbon dioxide coming from the atmosphere entering into the stroma through stomata. With the help of carbon dioxide, along with the help of these two assimilatory powers undergoing a cyclic process, starch or glucose will be synthesized. And since no sunlight is actually needed directly in this phase, This reaction is known as dark reaction or dark phase. And here one phosphorus atom is lost or released to produce ATP. That is, we get back the precursor of ATP, that is ADP, and release of hydrogen atom from NADPH2 plus to produce NADP. That is, we get the two precursors of NADPH2 plus and ATP in stroma during dark reaction, and these two will flow back or migrate into the granum region, and this process will carry on all day long. So this is the main idea about the two main phases. So I think this flowchart will help you all to understand the detailed process of light as well as light independent phases in my next videos. So please keep this flowchart in mind so that you can understand the actual process of light and light independent phases. Thank you.